downside about Washington when I decided to come here. That was the only thing that I was just like, that sucks that it doesn't have that. Like, I wanted to still be able to wrestle when I came to college, and it didn't. But I mean, still, I loved it here, so still came. It was all right.
Now the wrestling thing, is that after your 15-year NFL career is over?
Hopefully,
Like
hopefully.
before, during?
Nah, hopefully after. But that'd be a nice kind of like after career thing to do.
You talking like WrestleMania type thing, or what?
Nah, not WrestleMania. I don't know. Just back into that kind of like one-on-one. Like I said, just the one-on-one. Just like literally you versus that guy. Like in football, you get some one-on-ones, but there's a whole other game and other aspects going on. But like when I was wrestling, it was literally you versus him. If you lose, it was because you didn't do your job, or you just didn't want it bad enough. You didn't work hard enough. It was all on you. So like, I absolutely love having a team. Like, I wouldn't want to play any other sport first, but wrestling is a good little switch off, and it is interesting.
How much do the wrestling skills kind of help you on the football field?
A lot. Conditioning, like I said, I'm more tired in 6 minutes of wrestling match than I am most of a game of football. And leveraging, hand placement, just knowing how to work your body. So you got to be extremely like coordinated in wrestling. It's insane what those guys do.
Yeah, and then with guys like Tony taking off and going back to a couple years ago, Howley, Danny, have you kind of found yourself now in the role of a leader on that defensive front and on that defense?
I try to do what I can. I don't want to put myself in a role, but if I see somebody needing a little help with something, then I'll throw in my 2 cents. Or if I see a guy getting down, because like I did the same thing, especially my redshirt year. Honestly, my redshirt year, I was just so used to being good whenever I played that like when I'd win maybe like 2 out of my 5 reps, and that pissed me off. I hated it. So honestly, my redshirt freshman year, I didn't know why I played football. That was honestly a question in my head. I had no idea why I played.
You thought about quitting, or?
I mean, it ran through my head a couple times. Like, not because of like, I just want to give up, but like I didn't want to drag the team down because I thought I was that bad. And so like when I see a younger guy kind of like knocking on himself, because like we're all harder on ourselves than anybody ever could be. And so like when I kind of see a younger guy knocking on themselves, I'll let them know like, you're young, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to develop. That's the point of having a long career. That's why guys don't leave for the NFL after their freshman year or anything like that. Like, you have to come here and develop, and it takes years. I'm still developing a lot. I have a lot to work on.
Yeah. What's the next step then for you in that development?
Diagnosing plays faster. Always perfecting my technique. Technique's something you can never be too good at, and it's something we're always working on every single day. And I'm a perfectionist. Like I said, if I'm not winning every single rep, then I can win like 9 out of 10 reps, but that one rep is going to bother me so much more. Yeah, it's going to bother me so much more. Honestly, I'm kind of a sore winner. If that makes any sense. Like even some of the games we won last year, I didn't like the way that we won that game. I felt like we could have done better because I have high standards for this team. We have great players, great coaches, and there's no reason why we shouldn't be an absolute dominant team anytime we step on the field.
How much did last year's just performance and stats, I guess, you guys are top 20 in the nation in scoring defense, how much did that just kind of let the confidence of this defense grow? And now that you're into this year, what's the expectation now for this defense after what you guys did a year ago?
It let us know we were on the right track, but we weren't satisfied whatsoever. I mean, a lot of people kept saying it's the Pac-12, so people are going to score and da-da-da-da, but I mean, we played to pitch shutouts every single game. And anything more than that, in all honesty, in my mind especially, is a failure. I don't feel that there's anybody on our schedule that we shouldn't be able to, if not completely shut out, hold to much lower than what their average scoring would be.
And then how much do games, you mentioned that the one rep that you lost is the rep that sticks out. The games like ASU, the Oregon game last year, how much do those games still kind of fire you up now?
I mean, oh my God. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. I actually didn't even get to play ASU. But it was still like, I still watch the game and envision myself out there and watch film and everything like that. And some of the guys, like I watched the guys obviously and see what they did. So every time I'd watch a game, I try to come back, and if it was an away game, I try to, as soon as they came back, try to, work with them, let them know what they did from my perspective, what I saw from the game, or if I was on the sidelines. And every time they come to the sideline, I try to help them out. Yeah. We're not out here just to try to make ourselves better. Like, this is a team game, and if me helping somebody else, even me helping somebody else, even if that made them take my job, we'd still be winning, and I'd be absolutely fine with that.
Okay, knowing that, who has impressed you on the defensive line that maybe we're not talking about, that we should be talking about? And then going up against that offensive line, who stood out to you on the offensive line here in spring ball so far?
All the young guys are catching up, man. Like Ricky, Benny, all those other dudes, even Miles. I mean, the new guys and everything like that. All those dudes they're learning fast. Like I said, every time they mess up, they're just down on themselves so much, and I try to keep them like in their ear about it, not to be, because they are young guys. Like I said, I know where they've been at. They were used to being the guy in high school, and everything like that. And once you get here and you're just not that dominant dude anymore, it bugs you. So like keeping in their heads about it, just to, it's gonna happen. You're gonna make mistakes. Just going back to the film room or going back to the drills and just keep getting better.
Elijah, thanks, pal.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Is it fair or unfair to hold you to that Danny Shelton standard?
It's up to whoever want to do it. I've tried to distinguish myself from Danny, but if that's what people want me to keep referring back to, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It was a first-round pick, top 15. So, I mean, it's just whoever. I don't mind it. It doesn't really matter to me.
Do you think of him, or do you, of like your time together at all? Does that ever sort of come up and maybe some of the things that maybe you picked up from his game at all?
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, Danny was one of the strongest people I've ever even seen. And that's not strength a lot of people have. And in all honesty, I don't have that. But I am faster and quicker than Danny, so I try to do what I do while implementing some of what he I picked up from him.
You were at Pro Day. You saw Tawny out there taking
It was
reps as a
good.
fullback. And I know you played some fullback in high school. How much lobbying have you done to get some time over at fullback?
Man, every day. But nah, man, Tawny did good. I was actually really impressed. I came out here with him the day before, and he was running drills. And then honestly, I was like, I know he played tight end in high school, but I was still a little worried because 4 years at defensive line is going to like change up your footwork and like how you make your cuts and everything like that. And I knew he'd be able to do it. I just didn't think he'd be as smooth, but he was very smooth at Pro Day. He caught the ball nicely, ran his routes well, did the drills good. I was actually really impressed.
Can you do it?